Story 1. This is not a throwaway. I am a former Tesla employee. I worked in the energy division and maintain ties with many friends who still work there. I was at Tesla until last year, and the sentiment among the people I worked with has always been that we dislike Elon but believe in the mission to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. As a result, many of us focused on the mission despite what the news, media, and public said. However, after numerous waves of layoffs and more recent events, there has been a change in the atmosphere within the company. Many employees are realizing that they can continue to contribute to the mission outside of Tesla, leading to a movement to leave the company. While some remain loyal, most worry about being laid off or fired almost every quarter. That kind of culture can only be tolerated for a limited number of years before it becomes unbearable to face instability continually. We refer to each layoff event as a trauma moment within the company, and most employees and former employees agree there are many Tesla trauma events. Story 2. I am a former Tesla employee who resigned a few months ago. In life, most employers understand that you juggle three priorities: your family, your health, and your job. During busy periods, your job may come first, but overall, your family and health are just as important, if not more so. At Tesla, the expectation is that your job is your number one priority every day. If you have children and need to leave work on time for childcare pickup, you may not progress in your career. Calling in sick during a peak delivery period is frowned upon. I worked at the Tesla headquarters in my country in a role with a national remit. The culture is absolutely horrendous. You are surrounded by brilliant individuals whose everyday mission is to undermine each other to get promotions or to get closer to the CEO. The majority of people at Tesla would go to great lengths for the opportunity to be in the CEO's presence. Those who secretly dislike him often formed a special bond and eventually resigned. I expect that many current Tesla staff still admire the CEO and probably think that everyone else is in the wrong. Story 3. My good friend works at SpaceX and has said that everyone has known he was eccentric for a long time, but they all just focus on making rockets and try to stay out of it. Story 4. I overheard an employee say that the show, Severance, was extremely relatable. Instead of a cult or corporation separating your work mind from your personal life, you have to learn how to do that yourself to survive the insanity. Story 5. Many employees are unhappy with the current situation, and it is understood that he is disengaged from Tesla. However, speaking out can lead to repercussions. A manager was recently terminated for criticizing Elon Musk to human resources. My direct supervisor would likely have found a way to remove me from my position more quickly if I expressed any negative opinions about Elon to her. Within Tesla, there is a strong culture of loyalty. Many in management support Elon Musk because they have benefited from stock gains over the years. Story 6. My cousin was a top engineer at Tesla 5 to 10 years ago. He said that Elon Musk's involvement in the company was minimal, but he took most of the credit for the engineering that occurred at Tesla. On the other hand, my cousin was paid extremely well. However, he felt that the lead engineers were never allowed to take the spotlight or receive any credit for their contributions. Story 7. I worked at SpaceX before all this happened. It was immediately clear it was a cult, and I wanted out. SpaceX did not care about safety, workers' rights, or fair pay. They took as many shortcuts as possible. I cannot imagine dealing with all that, plus having your CEO completely unmasked now. Story 8. Unfortunately, those who speak out against Elon either face discipline or termination. The work environment at Tesla is not good right now. Story 9. Related story that is probably at least 7 years old. I had an old coworker who used to work for Tesla. They were laid off only to be asked to come back shortly after, then laid off again and asked to return again. They did not accept the offer to come back the second time. It sounds like a disorganized place to work. Story 10. It's a really challenging but equally rewarding job. You need to commit, and the rewards are immense. I try not to let the opinions of those who doubt our work bring me down. I work in custom metal fabrication on the cutting edge of this field. I am responsible for forging and pouring the components that are affixed beneath every chassis. It's grueling work, but my support keeps me motivated. Story 11. We have been informed that our salaries have been frozen, so we are melting Cybertruck sheet metal into coins with the motto Elon Pluribus Unum. We sell them to unsuspecting viewers of Fox News through commercials promoting the coins and My Pillows. The pillows are filled with cotton, which, as Elon explains, is the last pure industry in the Americas. Story 12. A current Tesla employee had a fellow employee write, "Forget Elon," in the snow on the hood of a customer's car, and he was promptly let go. Other than that, forget Elon. Story 13. I am a former Tesla employee who left in January. I honestly have no clue why my old coworkers continue working there. The constant worry of being laid off and the ever-changing expectations, with always more responsibilities for the same pay, took a toll on me. I quit in January, and I have no regrets. I make less money now, but I experience almost no work-related stress. I would quit Tesla again without hesitation. The pressure of unvested stock options creates a never-ending cycle and is not worth the stress. I lost close to $75,000 in unvested stock by quitting, but it was worth it. Maintaining my sanity and being able to come home to my family without feeling like a stressed-out, mentally drained zombie is worth more than that stock. Story 14. Throwaway account for obvious reasons. No one is really happy with what Elon is doing, but we don't talk about it either. From our perspective, he has checked out of Tesla after the Cybertruck. He is only interested in the Cybercab and full self-driving technology. He could care less about every other part of the business other than funding full self-driving and the Cybercab. Nothing has really changed. We already went through massive layoffs last year. North America took the brunt of it because of labor laws in the European Union and China. We have been running lean for over a year. However, layoffs are coming, and there is no stopping them at this point. I imagine they are going to hit the European Union and China the hardest this time unless we can secure a waiver for India. Please do not hold Tesla employees accountable for what Elon does. It's not our fault, and most of us have families to support. If you take down Tesla to hurt Elon, you are hurting 140,000 other people. We still believe in the original message about moving to sustainable transportation and stopping global warming, which is our main focus. Elon is temporary. The planet is forever. Story 15. It might be worth asking this question in the Reno subreddit. It is not a factory town, but it also has industrial aspects. Story 16. Ask the people in Germany who use sick leave, and Musk is threatening not to pay. Managers are visiting the homes of those who call in sick. That is likely his next tactic. Story 17. I definitely go to Reddit for its unbiased community. I'm sure you'll receive many balanced answers here. Story 18. I worked there for less than a year, and it felt like years were taken off my life. Caused me severe depression. Story 19. The cult of personality seems to apply, but let's call this what it really is: corporate fascism culture. Do not dare to besmirch the leader, and I feel you have not said enough good things about our dear leader lately. I am really starting to doubt your commitment to positive energy. Story 20. The more important question is, why do you continue to work for the person who is literally trying to destroy all of us? Please consider looking elsewhere. Story 21. Almost all companies in the United States strive to keep politics out of discussions in the workplace, as this is best for maintaining a positive work environment. Story 22. I couldn't understand how one could work for Elon in 2016. He was arrogant, already lying a lot, and obviously headed for much worse. Now in 2025, he has become a monster. And guess what? Because people like you put their head down and justified everything for the mission, it was clear as day that it wasn't Elon's mission in 2016. Story 23. It is a challenging environment right now, to be honest. The area I'm working in is surrounded by people who support Elon Musk and Donald Trump, while others express disdain for them. This applies to both fellow employees and the public. As a member of management, trying to maintain morale has been tough, especially when dealing with employees' concerns about potential break-ins or shootings. It's a difficult situation because, regardless of external circumstances, we need to go into work and set aside what's happening outside. We still need to perform as any employee at any company is expected to. There has been some doubt among workers, particularly regarding what will happen with the company and job security. We appreciate the mission and the advances Tesla is making. which I believe no one can honestly deny. Our team at Tesla is accomplishing incredible things, though I cannot discuss them. It is nonetheless very exciting. One takeaway from this experience is that we are still ordinary people, unfortunately working for a company and a person who is in the spotlight and surrounded by controversy. We are facing the direct consequences of company decisions and the actions of Elon Musk. We deal with fear and the shock of recent events. If you see a Tesla employee, please extend some kindness and understanding, as they are likely just trying to get through a rough day, returning to their families and loved ones like you, and a smile would mean a lot. Story 24. Tesla. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.